Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Dave, for those of you who don't know. Those of you who are new to the channel, welcome, please consider subscribing. We're on Project C1 today, and I'm going to be changing a radio. Now this one is made of cheap Chinesium. This cost me the grand total of about £14, but it does claim to be Bluetooth compatible, so I can stream music from, say, Spotify through my phone, I can take phone calls, that sort of thing. So, you see me now partway through the task. I've already removed the dashboard, seen that 1,000 times. There'll be a link in the description to a video where I did that once, so if you need to remove the dashboard you can follow that tutorial. But yeah, let's get on with this one. Now what I intend to do is just to install this new one, if I can get it out of the box. It looks a bit cheap and flimsy, it's sort of, yeah, whatever. Oh, that's always the best bit. It looks a bit, you know, like I said, cheap, flimsy, made of Chinesium. It's not a CD player, so that there is no optical drive in this whatsoever. Yeah, I'm not actually going to install any rear speakers yet. That's going to be for a different video. The idea of this one is I'm going to use these adapters that I've got, and we're going to make the original wiring fit this new stereo. So if at any point you wanted to go back to the original stereo, you can just unplug it all and plug in the original stereo and away you go. At some point soon I will be changing the front speakers, installing some speakers in the rear, so ring the bell, make sure you get notified when that video drops. But in the meantime I'm just going to be changing the new head unit. So yeah, let's get in the car and get on with that. Right, so I was wrong about Chinesium. It's actually Russian. And that manual is used to neither man nor beast because it's all in Russian. So we're going to have to revert to the stickers on the side. So as we can see here, the stickers tell us what's what. As we already alluded to, yellow here, let me get a pointing stick, use one of the keys to remove it. Yellow here is your permanent 12 volt supply, and the blue is the automatic antenna, not really necessary for this car because we don't have one. Red is your ignition switch and black is your ground. All the rest of these here are the speakers. We'll come to that in a minute, but essentially what we're going to use is front left and front right. So it's the grey and the grey black and the white black, which are these ones just here. Just those two middle ones there. The purple and the black are rear right, and the other one, the green and the green black, is rear left. We'll come to that in a different video. I've not actually got anything just yet to install, so not a problem with that. So we're going to go through all of those ones here that correspond to those ones there, and then install that into the car. Okay, so first and foremost then, we want to find out which one is our earth. So these two plugs, this one, the white one, that is the one for the speakers. So for now, we'll disregard that bad boy. The black one is the one for the power supply for the existing head unit. So, given the wiring diagram that I've got in the Haynes manual, it says that the brown is the earth. So, I want to confirm that. So I've got my meter tested to continuity. This, I happen to know, is a good earth. I'll touch that brown one. And there we go. That beep tells us that we have continuous path to earth. That is our earth. So I'm going to pop this meter onto volts, and with the ignition off, I am looking for, and whichever probe is irrelevant, I am looking for, best practice, 12 volts. So we know that the brown's not it. What's next to the brown? The green one. Look at the meter, 0 volts, nothing. The whitish, creamish looking one next to it, 0 volts, nothing. So that leaves us with this one here, the mucky blue one, I suppose. We test that one. There we go, 11.99 volts. So this one here is the permanent supply. So now we need to work out which one is the ignition live. So pop the ignition on without starting the engine. Pop that back onto the earth. So we know it's not that one, because that's the permanent 12. And we know it's not that one, because that's the negative. So let's have a look, see which one it is. Is it the green one? Nope, the squat all on that one. So it's got to be the white one, of which there is 11.8 volts. So we've established that brown is earth, blue is permanent live, and this mucky white looking colour one here is the 12 volt switched. So we can match that up to what we've got on here, and that should be alright then. We should be able to work out what's what. The blue one we don't need to bother with because that's like a powered aerial. The black one is the ground, so that one matches up to the brown. The red one is the switched earth, switched positive, which means that matches up with this white one. And the yellow one matches up with the blue one, that's the permanent live. And of course, as ever, a wild Tilly appears to come and inspect my work. Right, so I've done a little bit of de-pinning, and we've got it so that all the cables match. So we've got the permanent live, we've got the ignition live. I'm not bothered about the blue one because that's just an auto antenna, I don't have that. And we've got the earth live. So basically 3 of these cables match. Those 3, the one that matters. Okay, the black, the yellow, the red. We've got it in an adapter that came with the fascia. I'll come to that in a second. So what I'm going to do now is just plug this in and see what happens. That goes up that way, goes in the bottom one. So we've got that plugged in. Now this is a cheap Russian one, so I'm not really expecting a whole lot. It might work briefly, it might not even work at all. So let's turn the key. Oh, we got something. We've got numbers on the dash. They're all zeros, but we push the power button. It seems to light up. Happy with that. Tune 87.5. Yeah, let's see if we can store something. Let's go with that one. 92.7. So what I'm going to try and do, I mean, it's not a particular frequency or anything, it's just something to store. I'm going to try and store that. .7. Okay, I'll turn that off. Maybe. Come on. Ah, whatever, irrelevant. There we go, it's off. So, what I'm going to do now, turn the key off. So, if I've got the wires wrong, this will forget all the presets. Turn it back on again. That's a positive sign. It ticked over to 1 just before, so I'll go to power, high, tune, yeah, go through its thing. Change to a different one, 98, and then go back to number 1, 92.7. It's remembered it, so we've got the wires the right way around. So, we turn that off, and what we're going to do now is install the cable for the speakers. Alright, so, with the speaker one then, this is the white one that we put away earlier. In these 4 spaces here, these are where you put the rear speakers. I don't have any of those, and it turns out that the adapter cable that I got with the fascia kit, again I'll come back to the fascia later on, everything fits just right actually. So these 2 cables match these 2 cables, and you get the idea. So everything works. So I'm just going to plug that straight in, and when I do install the rear speakers, I am going to get some pins for the rear of these. Okay, that will give us an indication of the size of pin that we need, etc, etc. And I'm going to crimp the ends and wire them to the new speakers. So I'm going to slot that in the back of the stereo system itself. If you'll go, come on, get in there. There we go. Okay, so that's in, and I also have a radio adapter as well. So I'm going to pop that in there, and I'm going to stick that on there if I get that cable out the way. So this should, in theory, now receive normal terrestrial radio. So if we put that on there, there we go, we're getting somewhere. So I'm going to keep scrolling through.
But didn't.
I don't want to get copyrighted with this one, so I'm going to find a channel that I know, and then I'm going to turn the sound off on the video and play something over the top. There we go. Happy with that. That's working. So what I'm going to do now is dismantle all this, and we'll get this head unit mounted into the dash. So for the purposes of installing this radio then, I've got a new singled in fascia. Basically it takes that weird shape and squares it up. There's a cage to fit the new radio in, and basically what's going to happen is that fascia is going to go in place of that radio. That cage will go in that fascia, and then that radio will go in that cage and sit just there. Right, so the way that this comes out is it does slide out of here, because I pre-loosened this one because I need both hands for this. There are two little tags there, you push in, and two on the other side, and they basically push in like that, and it slides out of here. Now, as you can see, I have done that before because I've had this out and painted it and all that sort of good stuff. It is awkward to do, but such is life. So, now it's time to install the new one. Let's get rid of that for a moment. So, install the new fascia, and it's literally a case of it pushes in just there. I will find a way of securing that, unless that goes in there. I am making this up as I go along, by the way, because I don't really know, to be perfectly honest with you. But again, such is life. So if that goes through there, that will pinch in like that. Fold these little tags down, and that will stop all that from coming out then. Yeah, let's give that a shot. There we go, that seems fairly sturdy. Let's get this in the car and we'll install the new stereo. Right, so let's see if this Bluetooth like works then. I have set it on to Bluetooth. I've connected to it, and we can see just here, I mean you probably can't, I'll show you in a second, that there is a Bluetooth on symbol there, okay? I have found some copyright-free music, and I'm just going to hit play. You know what? That's not too bad actually. I'll move that on a little bit. Oh, what a shock! Video will play after the ads. There we go. That's not so bad, is it? Considering I'm only on the dash speakers, that's pretty good. I like it. Pump it up, y'all. you know what? For a cheap Russian-made Bluetooth head unit, that's not bad at all. I kind of like that. I would like it to have a CD player. It does look like there's a gap just here. Looks like it once had a CD player, but it doesn't, which I'm a bit gutted about. But hey, never mind. You live and learn. Because I would very much like to play one of my favourite albums. Yeah, hang me in the comments if you want. I don't care about it. Love them. But of course, I'm going to have to subscribe to Spotify now. So if anybody knows any decent codes or anything like that to get some money off, then, you know, give me a call. DM me on the Instas. But, yeah, I am very much impressed with this thing. So, yeah, I think we'll call that job done. So, that's done then. That didn't take anywhere near as much faffing around as I thought it was. There are some radios out there whereby you have to change the red and the yellow wire around, like I explained earlier. This one seems to be okay though. It seems to be plugged in, working. It's got its memory. It's saving all the stations, all my presets, things like that. Happy with that. Yeah, look forward to the next video whereby, or maybe one of the next videos, whereby I install some speakers. So changing the dash speakers, installing some speakers in the rear door cards, and well, door cards, it's a 3-door. But yeah, if you want to see that video, then you know what to do. Ring that bell, like the video, follow me on Instagram down here for sneak peeks at things that are coming up during the weeks intermediates between the videos. That was good England, that wasn't it? But in the meantime, the rest of the playlist is just here, so click on that, watch it all from the start, watch the progress from what it was up to what it is now, and if you subscribe, then you'll be able to see what it's like when it finishes. In the meantime then, I will leave you to this one, and I'll see you in the next video.